everybody, Lasshatry here. Welcome back to Fragments of Him. Now, we have been learning about Will, our character who appeared to be in a car crash at the very beginning of the game, and his girlfriend, I think her name's Sarah. Could be wrong. I'm gonna call her Sarah. Sarah, dated Will, fell in love with him, but Will's sexuality is a lot more fluid. He is either bisexual or pansexual, in my opinion. He is into both male and female, or maybe all genders. I don't know. And so he met Harry, fell in love with Harry, and was kind of dating both Sarah and Harry at the same time. And Sarah didn't think that was right, like, for him. She thought that he should be with Harry. And so their relationship was ended. So now she's somewhere. I don't know where she is. This is weird.
It took me 2 years to get over Will.
Oh, are you in a house now? Nice. You're doing good.
I saw him falling deeper and deeper in love with Harry.
Well, hey, I mean, you made the decision.
Maybe we all could have kept on dating together the way we were. I didn't think of that as an option at the time.
I think that's like a poly relationship. Maybe I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, tell me. Oh, she's living here now. Her bunny's here.
I threw myself into my studies to try to forget. I graduated with first-class honors, so I guess it worked out well.
Except you're kind of still stuck up on Will.
I never really forgot that feeling of love for Will, but eventually I dated again, and fell in love again.
And you cut your hair.
I don't feel the same love, though. Two loves are never the same. This new one is wonderful too, and different.
Good.
That's a good thing.
Good on you.
The way Will and I were together was something amazing. A special time that changed me. It didn't matter that it wasn't forever. It was right exactly how it was.
Cool. Hey, the phone's ringing. Go get it. I like your new haircut. It's weird, but I like it. They keep pushing me up into the ceiling. Oh, dude. Dude. We're back at Will's. Will's in the shower.
I didn't stop loving Sarah. I haven't stopped.
I like your butt, man.
Though
congratulations
it's different
on that.
now. We still meet and catch up. There was a reason we dated. She's wonderful. We both moved on okay. In the end.
That's good. I want to move up here so we don't have butt in the fucking picture. Here, can you put a towel
The
on?
breakup. I know she did it for me.
Oh.
But it
that
hurt us
isn't...
both. She really questioned herself.
Someone needs to teach that man how
Would
to use a
it
towel.
have been easier if I'd been with another woman?
No. No, that's not how it works, Will. That's not how it works at all. Jealousy don't work that way. My baby. Boo. Don't know why I'm calling him that. Am I into Will? I'm confused. Will, I'm trapped. Oh, Will, we're trapped.
The pain she went through. I don't want to do that to anyone ever again. Especially not Harry.
Well, I mean, that's good. Then why don't you marry him? If you love him so much, why don't you marry him? Brush your damn teeth, Will, with the toothpaste.
It's fine to say that was the past, but I still look at others. I'm human.
Yeah, no, you're into both guys and girls. That people are that way, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. You can like men and women. No rules, man. No judging from me. People will judge, but not me, man. And who cares what they think? Fuck them, I say. Well, you kind of like to fuck all of them, but don't fuck the people that are mean to you. That's not smart. Don't marry and end up in relationships with assholes. That's like dating 101. Why am I telling you this? You already had 2 people. I like your hair, Will. I have kind of stuff I put in my hair just like that. Gotta have my faux hawk spiked up. Are we gonna clean this? Looks kind of dirty. There's a window up there. Someone could see you. Look at the windows. You could look down and look at someone showering. Who made these? These are stupid. How about we do... what is that? Do that. Hell yeah, now we smell great. That's way too much. Will. Oh my god. Now do that.
We can't control how we feel.
Hairspray? Oh.
I'm sure I'll piss him off eventually.
Yeah.
Wanting too
Put
much
that
or
it's
too
deodorant.
little or something.
Hairspray.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe men put hairspray on their arm hair. I don't know. He doesn't look like he had arm hair.
I'm only going to fuck it up. Again.
Hey, okay. You're not gonna fuck it up. Well, calm thine tits. You're fine. Oh, I thought it was our husband, hubby, fiance, boyfriend. You didn't ask him yet.
He'd be an idiot to marry me.
No, he wouldn't. Let's go ask him. See? Hey, baby. He doesn't want to talk to us because he hates us, I think, maybe. Are we going to eat something? Here, let's get coffee.
Tea.
Oh, that's right. You're British. Okay, sorry. American upbill in here. What else do you British people eat? Let's find out. Sinks?
Tea solves everything. That's what my grandma said.
Did grandma also eat sinks? And put it on the stove, maybe? Yes? Or on the hot plate? I'm assuming that's what that is.
Sarah's life worked out okay. I didn't screw it all up.
I've never had tea before, you guys. I don't know what this works. I think that's what that is a hot plate. Yeah, let's do drugs.
I might break Carrie's heart too. Perhaps I should just end it now. Man up. That's what my grandma would have said.
By end it, do you mean end the relationship or end your life? Don't do that. That's his grandma.
Of course, as Will's grandmother, I knew him since he was born. I visited him in hospital on that first day. I still remember the day that James, that's Will's father, handed my grandson to me. He was such a handsome boy from that first moment.
Aw, you're typical
Back in the
grandma.
1980s, James was running 3 pubs in London. He was quite into that punk thing and looked a terrible state to me. I would babysit Will as often as I could to make sure he had someone normal in his life.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm gonna click on the plant.
That plant was about all Will saw of the outside when he was young. He preferred to make up stories rather than play outdoors.
Yeah, young generations are so crappy, aren't they?
Sharon was an art teacher.
Talk about that a lot.
She always had her nose in a magazine full of pictures. It's not the way to inspire a young man to a career, if you ask me.
You're like a typical old person where you have an opinion on every fucking thing.
Sharon had some problems with the birth, so Will was an only child growing up. He played by himself a lot.
Yeah, well, you could be playing with him if you got off your ass.
Sharon, Will's mother, broke up with James for 3 years at one point and took Will away to America, where she comes from.
Oh, his mom was
They had
from
met
America.
through James's work. No wonder, really. There was always music playing when I got to the house. Some awful racket. Not the sort of thing a child should be hearing.
Music's good for children.
I always turned it off. James loved such peculiar books. All those horror things.
Horror
That
things.
one about the rats. Dreadful things, really. I don't know what he saw in them. I loved Will. I always just wanted him to have the best possible start and to be successful. I suppose I sound awful.
Yeah, you do.
Saying his parents were doing everything wrong.
Yeah, you do a little bit. You sound horrible. Now, what do I do now? Do I click you? Do I click Will? I click crap.
I
toys?
remember that night because Will had been unusually quiet all evening.
Okay.
He had been in a fight at school.
What, are we building something?
It started because a boy had been picking on a girl, calling her names because of her dark skin.
Racists! Racism. Bad racism.
Will had tried to stop the other boy, but he had been punched in the stomach.
Did Will kill him?
I asked him if he had cried, and he said yes. I told him that big boys don't
That's
cry.
horrible.
I remember him asking me then, what do big boys do when they're sad?
Cut their enemies' ankles and then cry.
When he was grown up, I told him he would be a good man. he would be able to stand up to others.
You can still cry.
He had done the right thing, I told him, even though it hurt him that time.
Yeah, he did, but I mean, he can still cry about it. Hell yeah. Heck yeah, that was fun. That was dumb. That's crap game.
Looking back, I don't think he seemed very comforted.
Yeah, because you told him you can't cry. You shouldn't tell kids they can't cry. Children should be allowed to cry.
Will tripped on a toy when he was going to bed.
That was fucking awful. Way to go, Will. That was an awesome spill, dude. Did you die? Will?
I remember carrying him. He was trying so hard not to cry.
Because you fucking told him he couldn't. See? And then he's gonna bottle his emotions up like all men do.
He was so
Fuck.
small in my arms.
Crying is okay. No matter what your
I've never
gender is.
forgotten
Just
that
fucking
feeling.
cry when you need to cry. Crying is healthy. And not crying or being ashamed of it is the dumbest thing ever. I hate that we do that as society. Like, I'm gonna get all real up in here for like a minute and just fucking say, please cry if you need to cry. Oh, are we in his bedroom?
I have so many little memories making up our lives together. It's odd what sticks with you, though.
Yeah, like this door.
I took him to bed to read him a story.
He can clearly walk. He's good. How are you carrying that large, man-looking child?
Sharon kept on buying him books of ghost stories. He always wanted me to read him those, but he never slept properly after, I think.
Hey, what's wrong with ghost stories?
I had to check the room for ghosts before he would sleep.
Is there any ghosts, Grandma? At least she's not racist. That's good.
I made sure he could see me looking carefully.
What if you actually found a ghost? How awful would that be? Is there one back there, Grandma? Is there one under the chair? How come he has a desk? I want a desk. A really nice desk. I have a desk.
I remember that night because I promised him then that I would always be there for him, to protect him, regardless of anything.
You can't promise a
He
kid that
probably
you're a
thought I
grandma.
meant
You're
about
gonna die.
ghosts, but I meant it for everything. It's not the kind of promise you forget.
Read the book. Why is she going around making promises she can't keep? Boom.
I've been reading him Grimm's fairy
Because
tales.
those are better.
I didn't like all the updated nonsense they'd been putting into stories back then.
Yeah, because, you know, horror stories are really horrible and ghost stories, so, like, we can't tell him that, but I'll read him these fucking brutal, horrible, morbid, grim fairy tales, because fuck Disney.
It was a strange story that night, called The Ungrateful Son.
I'm really, really, really cynical towards Grandma.
It went something like this. Once upon a time, a man and his wife were eating a roast chicken for dinner.
Okay.
When the man saw his father, who was very old, walking up the road towards them, the man didn't want to share, and so he hid the chicken out of sight.
Wow. That's a...
The man's father
Wow.
arrived, bid them good day, and continued on his way.
That, what... There's a chicken under that table.
The man was very happy, and so told his wife to put the chicken on the table again. But the chicken had transformed into a giant
And it
toad,
ripped off his
which
face.
leapt onto the face of the man. The toad would never leave, and when his wife wanted to help, she was so afraid of it that she dared not go near.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
The man had to feed the toad every day from then on, or it would bite his face. And he never rested for the remainder of his
This
life.
was a shit story.
That was a very strange story.
It's horrible. None of that makes sense. Why the toad would... How is the toad on his head? I hate that. Grandma, tell another one.
Will was asleep before I finished.
Because it sucked.
Which was probably a good thing.
Because it's shit. Will's got the right idea, Grandma. Alright. Turn off the lights. Good night, Will. You better turn off all the goddamn lights. Because you own 20 million bajillion.
I felt strange after reading it. I wondered about whether I really could keep him safe.
Well, I think he died, so probably not. Way to go, Grandma. It's getting sad.
I didn't know where life was going to take him. I was his grandmother, and I hoped I would help him be a good man.
Yeah, well, it seemed like he was a pretty good guy. I mean, I don't really know. I heard from his ex. That's usually not the best way to hear about someone.
I could still see him sleeping there now, like it was only yesterday.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're a good babysitter, Grandma. Good job. Will, are you actually asleep? Yeah, he's asleep. Uh-oh.
I never thought it would be easy, but I had raised James, so I thought I would be ready for anything from my grandson Will.
Like what?
The world changes so quickly.
Oh, there he is. Who are these people? His parents? Wait, are these... Who are these two people? Grandma! Grandma, who are these two people? Will! I have questions. Oh, hi, Grandma.
I remember the family visiting me when Will was a teenager.
Yeah?
My husband Robert was a writer, like Will. I think they would have loved talking. Maybe Will's interest would have inspired Robert to push a bit harder in his work.
Maybe Robert died because you were annoying.
I started a small collection of glass animals many years ago.
Really?
I would buy a new one whenever I went to Brighton. It's good to get out of the house, enjoy the fresh sea air.
So you've gotten out of the house 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. Good for you, Grandma. Is that only when you leave?
Did you ever hear the song Here in My Heart?
Yeah, I love it.
That was playing when Robert first kissed me.
Aww.
Al Martino had a beautiful voice.
Yeah, he did.
They don't sing like that anymore. Such a shame.
Yeah, such a shame.
After James had grown up, I went to New Zealand to visit distant family over there. It was a very long trip in those days, but it's important to keep in touch.
This is really awkward. Why are
We're
they
all
sitting
so
there?
spread apart in our lives now, don't you think?
I don't know, but this is weird. Can we talk to Will, please? Grandma? Grandma! I clicked all the clickies. I must be missing something here. Wow. Nope. 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 What are we missing, people? Oh, there's the newspaper.
We were all waiting back then for Diana to divorce Charles. It had been such a scandal after that television interview that she did.
Okay. Yeah, I don't really know my British history. I don't know my own
Sometimes
history.
people treat us
I don't
old
even know what I
people like
had
we have
for
nothing
breakfast.
to say. So I started the conversation.
Hey, okay. Hey, Will.
I think it's sad. She was bullied into all of this from the beginning.
What? Oh, is he talking about his girlfriend?
I could have handled the rest of the conversation
Oh,
better.
you made an ass of yourself.
I lost my temper a bit. I told you before that Sharon is American. She didn't say anything, which was probably a blessing, really. James didn't help. He has always been so obtuse in his views.
Okay. So what did you say?
I wish I hadn't even tried. They didn't want to hear my views. I said that I was going to make some tea.
Wow.
No one offered to help.
So was he talking about him being gay? And then you were like, I'm gonna make tea. That was your response? Well, I'm sorry your grandma's an ass. Where are we going, Grandma? Is she gonna cry in here? Because her grandson's gay? Oh. Okay. What's going on?
I didn't really want tea. I don't think they wanted it either. But I needed to do something.
Why? Because he upset you?
I know it seems like a small thing, but maybe it was the first time that I felt apart from Will.
Is that thing with your tea? Is that what you people have, are like tea stuff?
These days it's easier to be different, to forge your own path or something like that, and everyone else be damned.
No, it doesn't. Like that. How does his sexuality affect you? If that's even what we're talking about.
I didn't have any choice in my time, but I had a quiet life. It was good enough.
Okay.
I was used to James, and of course Sharon being difficult, but not Will like
He
that.
can't help being who he is.
I was worried about him, getting all these views. It could get him into
I
trouble.
don't understand what's happening.
If you go against society, you always end up in trouble.
He can't help
Will
it.
was only at the start of his life, but those years are so important. I wanted him to keep his head down,
Oh, fuck,
not
this is
start
making me
arguments.
frustrated.
I waited, letting the tea brew,
I don't think they want your tea.
and I found myself crying, standing in the
Knew
kitchen
it.
like a silly old what's-it. He was going to go off with views like that and get in trouble, and I couldn't do a thing.
Because you can't change who he is. Oh my god.
I knew something had been broken that day between Will and I.
Yeah, because you're being a dick to him, and now he's not going to have any respect for you because you're not respecting him. Old people, I swear to God.
I took a deep breath and pulled myself
Did you
together.
stop being a nitwit?
It simply doesn't do to let others see you get upset.
Yeah, because crying's bad and makes you weak, and gay people are bad, right, Grandma? Jesus Christ. I'm actually going to call it here. I am getting so frustrated with this grandma character, and I'll see you guys next time. Happy watching! Goodbye! In here, I need that thing, right? The weed thingy.
Ketchup in your brother's brain.
Because she's part squid. She doesn't think like a human. My wife is a witch. Are you listening to this? I'm dying over here and my family doesn't even care. I'm gonna shove my face into this weed whacker lawn mowing thing. Alright, I can do this. Fucking stupid fucking squid thing. Why did I have to marry you and have children with you? I was gonna be big. I was gonna be a newscaster. This is the most painful thing I've ever had to do in a game. God damn it. Chop some firewood! Yeah, let's put an axe in this guy's hand. Why do I have to do all the work?